The Biden administration is so used to sycophantic questions from the media, lapdog questions from the courtier press, questions that amount to little more than a sort of genuflection. That every now and then when they get a real question, I don't even mean a hostile question, just a genuine question, they always seem a little bit surprised. Now here is the White House's science advisor, the COVID advisor, Andy Slavitt, being asked on MSNBC a very simple question about the effect of lockdowns in California versus non-lockdown in Florida. Listen.
States like Florida and California, California basically in lockdown, and their numbers aren't that different from Florida.
Well, good morning, Stephanie. Look, there's so much of this virus that we think we understand, that we think we can predict, that's just a little bit beyond our explanation.
So there you go. First of all, I want to sort of marvel at the preposterousness of this reply. He basically says, well, we don't know about this virus. I mean, the virus is kind of mysterious. And the implication is that, well, maybe the virus, just doesn't like California. Or maybe the virus likes California too much, so the virus goes to hang out in California. It likes the West Coast, better than the East Coast. And so maybe the reason the COVID numbers are up in California, notwithstanding the lockdowns, is the virus really likes the California climate. They don't like the Florida climate. Maybe they have to compete with too many mosquitoes in Florida. Now look, there is a common sense answer that you'd think Andy Slavitt would address, because the premise of the question is really simple. California has lockdown. Florida has no lockdown. Yet their COVID numbers are basically the same or very similar. So the obvious lesson is lockdowns don't work very well. And that is the issue that Slavitt should address, but he doesn't want to address it. He doesn't know how to address it. A little bit after the interview, he goes on, the clip that I used, he goes on to say, well, we know that masks work. We know that social distancing works. I agree, masks work, social distancing works, but that's not the point. The real issue is not masks. It's not social distancing. It's lockdowns. Do lockdowns work? You need to shut the place down in order to control the virus. And the clear answer would appear to be no. You have a clear comparison study that suggests that lockdowns don't work. Now, let's focus in on Slavitt's comment that we don't know a lot about the virus. And I think that is very telling, because think about it. We've been hearing nonstop from the left that we should listen to the science. And the underlying assumption here is that science speaks. Science sends you a clear message. Science is kind of in agreement, and science has figured out what's really going on. But here you have the White House's COVID advisor saying, yeah, we don't really know a lot about the virus. In other words, the point is that science doesn't speak all that clearly. A lot of times there are things that science doesn't know. Even when science knows things, it knows them provisionally based upon initial studies, which might be revised by later studies. And in any case, the public policy implications that arise out of what science knows remain extremely debatable. It actually is reassuring to hear someone talk about what they don't know, particularly when you have these arrogant appeals to science as if science has sort of established certain things as true. Listen to the science is not a very useful solution when we are in the process of finding out things. I mean, think about someone were to ask the question, are there aliens in the universe? Is there life on other planets? Well, Dinesh, we should listen to the science. Yeah, I'm listening. Hello, hello, hello. The truth of it is science does not speak with a clear voice on this. There might be some indications, the Drake equation, and then elsewhere that we might expect that there is life on other planets. We haven't found any life on other planets. Listen to the science is sheer idiocy when the science itself is in a process of ongoing investigation and discovery. Bottom line, I think we're focused here not so much on what the virus is doing, but what we should do. What should we do as a matter of policy? Should we have masks? I say, prudently, yes. Why not? Should we have social distancing? I say prudently, yes. Why not? Should we have lockdowns? And here I think the evidence is on the balance. When you consider the human toll taken by these lockdowns, I mean, from teen suicide to broken businesses to cities destroyed that will take a long time to rebuild, to all the havoc being wreaked around the world, the bottom line is that lockdowns are a very bad idea. And let's listen for a moment to that message.